Hey guys, it's Phantom's Yugioh. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to talk to you about what deck I'm playing this format, which is Sky Striker, going second build with Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I want to go through my deck list with you, talk about some of my card choices, and why I think DPE is worth playing in this deck. Traditionally, I cannot stand adding engines that have bricks, so DPE was initially not my thing, but after giving it a try, I think it's really good for this deck, and the primary reason is because Verte Anaconda lets you do something with Stolen Monster that you take with Widow Anchor. Usually you're forced to link it off to get rid of it, and you're forced to go into Zeke, even though sometimes Zeke might not really give you much benefit. So having Anaconda to go into, which will get you more advantage, is a very strong reason to play the engine. Not to mention the other benefits, Celestial drawing 2 in your very resource control deck is really good for your strategy. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer himself, getting himself out of the main monster zone if needed to let your Sky Striker spells be active is really strong. Plus just the repeated gaining of card advantage from the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer effect is really good for your control deck. So I recommend giving this a try. If you don't like it, if bricks aren't your thing, go back and check out my other Sky Striker video, which was still from the very beginning of this format, but I think it's still a very viable build. It does not play DPE, so go check that out if you're not a fan of DPE after watching this video. But anyways, let's get into the main and extra deck right here.
Alright guys, let's get started with the main deck. Starting with the Striker Monster lineup, we're playing 3 Ray, 2 Rose, which is pretty standard. For the Hand Trap lineup, we're playing 3 Veiler, 3 Ash, and then for my own meta call, I'm playing 3 Droll in the main. There's a lot of Lyrilusk at my locals, so I want to have a main deck out to that, or a main deck counter to that, just because that deck is really hard for a Striker to play through. So I'm playing 3 Droll in the main. And then I'm also playing 3 Imperm, and then to round it out, I'm also playing 3 Evenly Matched in the main deck. This is kind of a surprise factor card. People aren't really playing around Evenly very much, and it outs a lot of problem decks, a lot of problem matchups for Striker. For example, it's really good into Bird Up. If you can bait their Apex Avian and then just evenly match, they lose their whole board, because a lot of people aren't playing Oath. So evenly matched will usually resolve. It outs the Phantom Knights board, because we're going second. They'll set up Scythe and all that stuff. So you just go ahead and drop evenly matched. They lose pretty much everything. And yeah, it just outs just any rogue. Evenly matched just blows it out. Even Sword Soul, if you can bait the Baron evenly, will clear their Chi-Shao and the trap card Blackout. So it's pretty solid. And if you're playing anything that's main decking Imperial Order, it'll force them to keep the order, and you can clear the rest of their board. Okay, now we're on to the spell lineup. Starting with the Striker spells, we have the obvious one-ofs, which are Engage, Multi-Roll, and Hornet Drones. Yeah, not much needs to be said about those. And then I'm also playing just 1 Shark Cannon. I found Shark Cannon to be kind of lackluster the past few weeks at 2, so I cut it down to 1. It's searchable. You can end phase search it to get rid of DPE. And then if you have multi-roll, you can get rid of the Celestial as well during the draw phase next turn. But anyways, when you're trying to break boards, Shark Cannon is just not really that good. And a lot of decks this format are just not losing the Shark Cannon when you're going second. So I think it's fine at 1. And instead, what I've opted to play is the 2 Afterburners. Afterburners have been really good. It outs stuff like F-Zero, it baits Baron, or if Baron's already used, it just outs Chi-Shao. If you can establish your 3 spells in grave, it just kind of blows decks out of the water, because a lot of stuff will have, set 1 back row at least. So yeah, I think Afterburners has been really good, and I think playing it at 2 and a going second list is the way to go. Obviously, if you want to play going first striker, you don't want to be playing 2 Afterburners because, you know, it does nothing for you until they have cards. So you might want to go back to 2 Shark Cannon if you prefer playing go first with striker. Then I'm playing 3 Widow Anchor. It's, you know, the best 3 of spell in the deck. Effect negation is really strong. Taking monsters is really strong. And now that we're playing DPE, making Anaconda with their monster is really strong. So yeah, 3 Widow definitely needed. And then I do think 2 Area 0 is worth playing, especially because we have a lot of potential bricks, such as Fusion Destiny when we've already used one, or if we've used Verte, then yeah, having Area 0 to send that away to at least get a chance to get a striker spell is good. And then like a dead evenly matched, you know, if you activate Area 0, evenly matched is dead already, so you can just set your evenly matched and then send it away with Area 0 to swap it for a striker card. And that's it for the striker lineups. I'm not playing Eagle Booster. I think Eagle Booster is pretty... it's not good. I don't think it's good. You never want to search it first. You know, if you're going to activate Engage, you're not going to want to just search Eagle Booster. You want to search one of your other power spells. So unless you know, draw it, then it's kind of crap. And you don't want to search, even though it is searchable, you don't want to search it. So yeah, I don't think it's worth playing. For the rest of the spells, we're playing the 3 limited spells. Terraforming, Upstart, and Rhoda, and then we're, for the 4th 1-of spell, it's not limited, but we're just going to play 1 of Mystic Mine. To search with Terraforming is another option as opposed to Area 0. This card wins games, it's really good against most decks, you know, going, because we're going second, most decks put a whole bunch of monsters on board, but not a lot put out Spell Trap Negates, so if you just drop Mystic Mine on them, they're in a lot of trouble, so... I do think the 1 mine is good. And then the last 5 cards of the deck are 3 Fusion Destiny and the Celestial Dasher. Celestial is nuts to draw 2 in this deck. You know, card advantage is everything in Striker, and just having a draw 2 on your second turn is absolutely insane. So, yeah, this engine is great. But the best part about it is honestly... the Anaconda. Just having something to do with a stolen monster better than, you know, link it off for Zeke when you don't need to is honestly what gives this deck so much advantage. So let's go into the extra, and the extra is going to be pretty standard. It's going to be 3 Kagari, 3 Shiz, and then 2 Hayate. I think this is the proper ratio. If you needed to cut something, I guess 1 Shiz maybe, but I'm not playing Prosperities, obviously, so I think just having these is fine. 1 kind of 1 Zeke. Both of these are good, so I like to play them. I am playing the Huxleyan Access Code package just because Access Code just outs so much stuff, and you know, it's really easy to get into Hulk. A lot of people are playing Hand Trap, so you can search Shark Cannon to summon back a Hand Trap if needed, and also you're playing, you know, Effect Veiler and Ash and stuff, so you can always summon those. And then the last 2 cards are Verte and DPE. Sorry, I'll just throw them on top there. This package is really kind of nuts in this deck, and honestly the reason is Verte. As I mentioned before, it's a link 2 that lets you do something with a monster you stole. So if you take an opponent's monster, you pretty much have to link it off, and just going into Verte is, you know, the best option because you're getting DPE, which is also insane. You know, it's kind of crazy. And then it also with Fusion Destiny, it keeps you from being, you know, limited to your striker normal summon. You know, if something goes wrong with that, at least you have follow-up, which is kind of nuts. So this is the extra for now. If I were to change something, I might cut Hulk and Celine for more versatile cards like Ningirsu and I don't know, some other link to maybe Nightmare Phoenix or something, but Yeah, because you can go into access code fairly easily. You can take monsters, you can revive your opponent's links, so you can still get your 5300 access code. But yeah, I might switch out these for something more versatile, because most of the time I don't summon these in a game, and I might have needed Ningirsu probably more often than I needed Hulk Sling combo. Yep, and that's it for the extra deck.
You guys, welcome back. This is the deck list that I just went through, so you can see it all at once. And I also have a side deck here, and I want to just talk about this idea I had for the side. I haven't tested it yet, but I think it might be a decent option, is the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries here. Since Striker is kind of really popular, it's a popular deck, especially at my locals anyway. I think I might slide this in against that just to reveal Kagari, stop them from summoning Kagari, and also since I am playing DPE in this build, I can side in Ghost Reaper against stuff that's really reliant on DPE, kind of like Phantom Knights is super reliant on Anaconda and DPE resolving to get their whole Scythe lock going on. So I might try Ghost Reaper here. Maybe I might also think about if there's any decks that are really reliant on one particular extra deck monster. I might use a couple of my side slots just to put in different cards for Ghost Reaper targets. So I'll let you know how that goes if I do, or when I do my next Striker video. I'll give a quick recap on the Ghost Reaper, how it's panning out, and then yeah, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe so you can catch that next video and see any other videos that I like to do. I like to do other rogue decks. I'm a big fan of Magical Musketeers, so I've been doing a lot of videos on that, as well as just other kind of rogue decks with unique takes on them. So if you want to catch those, just hit the subscribe button for me, and thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.